Hello everybody. Hello everybody. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Hmm? It is very late here. Well, past 9 o'clock. I don't know how many of you are still awake, but if you're still awake, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a very eventful day, honestly speaking. Everybody says, Chidi, you need to catch some rest. I am trying, but you know, the reward for hard work is more work. That's what I've come to understand. And as long as we are in this struggle, as long as you're part of this struggle, it's difficult for you to just fold your arms and see things happening and not talk about it or do anything about it. Since yesterday, there's been a series of activities. In fact, I was sitting down for 12 hours, 12 hours stretch, sitting down broadcasting the Zoom meeting by the World Igbo Congress that had a lot of eminent personalities, Igbo personalities in attendance. I sat for that Zoom meeting because we monitored it. It was almost 6 hours. Dele Momodu was there, Mazinan Dekano was there, of course, the president of the World Igbo Congress, Professor Jofo, was there. And it was a very, I would say, a very beautiful program. It is important that we do such programs. So I was proud to have been part of the program by way of participating. So I don't regret it, but it was very tasking. After that, in the evening of that same yesterday, believe it or not, um, Biafrans who are living in the province of Ontario, Canada. They all also organized the same kind of thing that they had these people had what Igbo Congress had done in the afternoon. So I had to sit down again for 5 hours monitoring that program. So you put two and two together and you see that it was a long time spent yesterday honoring our fallen heroes. And by today, which was the day that they earmarked for a sit down at home, we also sat down at home because we didn't go anywhere. So we just joined in observing that day. And as you can expect, I think this is the best outing that we've seen when it comes to honoring fallen Biafran heroes. And I know a lot of people, every time they hear me talk about Igbo people and Biafra, they get agitated. They are not happy. I don't like, I've said it several times. I can't help you. If every time you hear me talk about Biafra, if every time you hear me talk about Igbo people, every time you hear me talk about southeastern Nigeria, and you get ruffled, then there's something that you're dealing with, and only you can sort it out. Why do I say this? Why shouldn't I be able to talk about uh, uh, Biafrans or people of the Southeast? First and foremost, that's where I come from, and I'm a very proud Igbo man. I'll say that anytime. The funny thing is, when I talk about other people, you seem to be happy, but when I talk about my own people, you have a problem with that. Well, it is what it is. You have a problem with that. Sorry. But these are people who have been marginalized, they're people who have faced um, a lot of discrimination within the country Nigeria. It's been swept under the carpet. It's an issue that you are not even allowed to discuss. Growing up, when you said Biafra, it was a big taboo. All the atrocities that the Nigerian government committed against the people of Biafra, for whatever reason. Yes, they gave a lot of reasons. That was the premise upon which attacks on Southeasterners were carried out. But was that enough excuse and enough reason to kill as many people as you killed? And we are talking about in those days. But look at today. Today, at the border of Ebonyi State and Benue State, in an area where you had Igbo speaking. You see, the problem is when we used to say Igbo speaking part, no, those people in Benue State, we say, no, 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 there are no Igbos in Benue State. But look at it. When it came to disaster, they owned up. These are people who speak Igbo. In Benue State, they went there and they butchered up to 50 people or more. You know, before there used to be images that made us throw up. Now those images are, I think for every Nigerian, it's become commonplace. The images of people's heads cut off, cut off. Ah, goodness me, I couldn't believe it. Desecration of the land, cut off people who are just not armed. I keep wondering when the federal government sees that kind of a thing. Anyway, we know the truth. There's no need coming to pretend that we don't know the truth. We know what is happening in Nigeria. Koro, it's not hidden anymore. It's ethnic cleansing, because there's no way you can say that the government has not released any statement about that, any strong statement. But when you hear that ESN has gone there to prevent that kind of thing that happened from happening, everywhere will start shouting. The government will say, if you see them, kill them. Is it surprising to you that the offer, the order that was given to the security forces that they sent to Imo State was to kill every young person that they suspect to be a member of IPOB or ESN, or they label them as unknown gunmen and just kill them or maltreat them or arrest them or detain them? It doesn't matter. As I speak to you, over over 1,400 or so young people cannot be accounted for. A lot of them have been killed extrajudicially. Go on the internet and see what I'm telling you. So forget about what was done to people of the Biafra extraction years ago. We're talking about right now, what is still happening right now. I see that for them to say that we must bring out a day that we want to commemorate the sacrifice that was made on our behalf by those who went ahead of us, you will see that there is every justification for them to be doing that. They have every right. Already, their right to do it is guaranteed in the Constitution. But still, some people want to know where they want to find fault. So, for you naysayers, I want you to know that they are constitutionally within their rights to be observing a day to remember their fallen heroes. They have not told you they want to create a new problem, they want to fight anybody, they want to shoot, they want to kill. They just said, allow us to grieve. And then a lot of my friends will say, Chidi, it's not only Biafra people that died. It's not like people died everywhere. It was all over Nigeria. People died on both sides. To which I say, yes, I agree with you. But I don't know how the thing they pay you. For me, the thing they pay me well. And when you see me react, I'm reacting based on how the thing they pay me. You where you don't want to react, not me go come beg you. I don't know. I don't know what your experience was during the war. Why should it be my cup of tea to come and make sure that I tell you to remember your dead? No, it's not my problem. It's not my place to do at all. So when these people, Biafran people, people of the southeast, wake up and they say, you know what? We have chosen one day in the whole 365 days of the year We have chosen one day to honor our fallen heroes. It is something that everybody who is within that contraption called Nigeria, it is something that everybody should be attentive to. Something that everybody should look and say, hey, yeah, may the souls of all of those people that departed rest in peace. And if you are from every other part of Nigeria, you are from northern Nigeria, you're from the west, wherever, from the south, and you want to you want to call for a day reserved for your own fallen heroes, it is you now. You have a right to protest, you have a right to agitate, you have a right to insist. Then the people who are in authority will look at your demands, and what they are supposed to do is, if you want, allow a robust debate about it. In a true democracy, that's what people do. And at the end of the debate, if majority of the people say this is what they want, you got to let them have it. Isn't that what a referendum is all about? Referendum is just you saying, allow the people to tell you whether they want to do something or not. And so when people say they want a particular day of the year set aside to remember their heroes, if you are in any doubt as to the authenticity or the seriousness of their demand, the most you can do is put it to vote. But not for you to say, no, they don't have a right to do it, because that's not true. It is enshrined for them in the same constitution. We know that constitution is not perfect, but as far as we are there now, since it's the same constitution by which law courts operate, by which every decision that is taken right now is taken, you have to respect the provisions of that that constitution. Now, one other thing that made me glad, and that's why I am full of um, praises, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, full of praises for the IPOB, and full of praises for everybody there in the southeastern part of the contraction called Nigeria. You guys did very, very well, because we saw that from morning all the streets were deserted. There was nobody on major roads in Enugu, in Owerri, in Aba, in Abakaliki. The roads were totally empty. In fact, the sight was almost very, very ridiculously fun. I was looking for, who are those lions? Who are those warriors on the internet warriors, who were threatening, drawing rain. They would finish if they see anybody. They themselves were inside the house, they did not speak. So that's a very huge milestone, a very big achievement for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So he did very well. The amount of people, the level of compliance that was received concerning this sit at home exercise is very commendable. It shows you can never take this thing for granted anymore. If this number of people can listen to what is being told them, imagine what else that they can listen to. So it is enough to make anybody who is trying to contend with them become very, very afraid. And if they do so, that is the whole essence of doing something together. The whole essence of saying, let us have this sit down exercise. Because the message that it sends across is, look, if we decide to do anything tomorrow, if we decide, remember what happened when they were building the Tower of Babel? God himself looked down and said, can you see that the way these people are cooperating? There is nothing that they want to do that they cannot do. So the best thing that we can do is send language, go and scatter them. If you don't scatter them now, their unity is capable of doing anything. If that doesn't touch you, I don't know what to touch you. But when people are united, when people can come together and say, okay, we're agreeing with one voice that this is what we are doing. If they ever do that, that is it. They will achieve what they want. So I commend all of you, commend everybody that that observed that sit at home order. It was 100% compliant. It was the best so far. I know a lot of you kept accusing Mazina and the Kano of being high-handed, of using vulgar words, of cursing people in an attempt to make them stay indoors. I'm sure you also saw the level of insecurity in our country. I hope you saw that people were being killed anyhow. So I know that when Nnamdi Kanu was talking, I'm not his spokesperson, but having been around him for quite some time now, I can tell you what he means sometimes when he talks. So when he begins to yab you and use those heavy, heavy languages on you, a lot of times he's trying to get your attention, trying to move you from your comfort zone. He's trying to provoke you to where you actually open your mouth and become part of the conversation. Because a lot of you, before now, you don't care. You don't care at all. You don't even join any conversation. You don't make any contribution. As far as you're concerned, you left Nigeria a long time ago. You left Biafra land a long time ago. Why should you go back and be thinking about it? I hope you catch it. Finally, I want to talk about Omoyele Sowore and the incident at Unity Fountain today. A lot of you have also said that why did Omoyele Sowore come out today, knowing that today is a day for Biafra? See, what you fail to understand is that Omoyele Sowore went to that place to protest against the same thing that is happening in the southeast, the same insecurity. He didn't go there to promote himself. He didn't go there to promote AAC or TIB or Revolution. No, they came there to carry placards that says Buhari must go and other placards that are relevant to what everybody is demanding now. While he was there, they came and opened fire on him. They shot at him. Well, as at the time of our first report, we thought that a bullet wound was part of what he sustained. But he later tweeted by himself because he's the one that entered to see the doctor. I'm sure he was waiting for a doctor's report. So, but now I can confirm to you that it was actually a tear gas canister that hit him, but it hit him point blank, and that's why it took him down. I have seen that thing scatter somebody's head. I have seen that thing break somebody's arm during our school days. Whenever they shoot, I don't know why they do that. Just face somebody and then shoot that thing. They're trying to shoot into the crowd, but you're not just supposed to just shoot into somebody now. Maybe he shoots on the ground so that it will bounce. And even if he touches somebody, he had dissipated some of the energy on the ground. But this woman shot him. And this is a woman that we already know is the same woman that led. I think they're just that woman has been assigned to Sowore. Sowore is a project. Because this is the same woman that came and followed to arrest Sowore at the at uh, in Abuja when they were gathered and doing crossover. Same woman. Anyway, so I've told you why Sowore went there. He went there to protest against insecurity. Someone was saying, why now? Why should it be now that we're talking about Sowore being arrested? Couldn't he just wait? I'm like, does somebody plan to be arrested? Does somebody plan for the police or the military to come and hold on, guys? Okay, sorry guys. I realized that I was too low. They told me so I had to bring up the mic. So sorry once again that I was the mic the volume was low. I didn't realize it. I was actually trying to shout, but the level was always down. Um, so like I was trying to explain to you guys, Sowore did not arrange for him. Some people were even saying that it was drama. People who could not even they don't even have data to watch the video. Say it's just faked it. Can somebody fake shooting them a canister, shooting them a tear gas canister, or fake that they shot you? Wait, they are in the midst of that confusion. They don't know. They heard gunshot, pa, and then the next thing they saw explosion of this thing. So what I think happened was the first time he heard the gunshot, pa, it hit him. They didn't see the canister. Then the canister now exploded on its own. And that's when he actually fell down. You know how when something hits you, then your nervous system reacts before you now feel the real impact. And then he fell down. So I don't want us to confuse any issues. And we must, I know Shore very, very well. I I sit in the gathering and in the rooms where Sowore takes decisions with people who reason the same way he reasons or who are of the same organization as him. So I can tell you authoritatively, Sowore did not, and I didn't come here to try to be Sowore's advocate, although I can do that because I know him very well. He's my friend and I understand him perfectly. They went to Unity Fountain because of all the killings that has been going on, and especially in the southeast in Biafra land. He went there with some other guys to protest. There was no lockdown in Abuja. Abuja didn't have lockdown. The lockdown was only in the southeast because what we're saying is that we demand that day to be left as a sit at home day. Now, after we managed to get that place to get the 31st to be a day of memorial for Biafran fallen heroes, maybe it will end up being national holiday. But if I ask you, what is the justification that after all the killings, after all the things that you did to these people, that you will not allow them one day to reflect on what happened? You see, if Nigeria was a good country, if Nigeria was a good country by now, it would have done. Remember Oputa, Justice Oputa, that's panel. Remember all that reconciliation that he did during the military civilian thing? That's the kind of panel you need. Need plenty of it. They would have reconciled people, and the country would have been much better. Look at Rwanda. Would you believe that after all that massacre, that Rwanda will be a country that is leading the rest of Africa? Very beautiful cities. Now, so I didn't come to justify anything, but I just came to put the facts straight. By the time we went to press initially, we thought that there was real bullet in his leg. He wasn't even sure. Nobody was sure. But after the X-ray and everything, he confirmed that it was um, a riot gun that they used to shoot him. And those riot guns, they can shoot so many things, including tear gas. So we suspect that it was a tear gas canister that they shot at him. So that's where we are. All right. I want you guys to continue once more. I'm proud of everybody who observed the sit at home, and kudos to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, kudos to IPOB, kudos to everybody who identifies themselves as Biafran, wherever you are. Kudos to all of you. What Biafran agitators are doing is something that has been guaranteed in the constitution. They are not doing any wrong by seeking self-determination. All you have to do is organize a referendum for them. If the majority says this is what they want to do, power is by the people for the people, not you. It is the people that will give you position where you sit, where they want you to sit, not you will force them to do it. All right? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Can I make a confession? It's been very, very, very difficult to keep my eyes open because since yesterday till now, we've been battling one thing or the other. But I'm glad we've got to the end of the show. Okay, I'll try to get some rest. And don't worry, very soon, we're going to metamorphosize into something that you like. Okay, you see, things are changing a little bit. Not changing because the situation is getting better, but a lot of people who we expected them to know better, they are beginning to know better. A lot of people who were not talking before, they are beginning to talk. A lot of people who just misunderstood what we're doing, they are beginning to understand. Their awareness is increasing, and I'm very, very happy because it is with such moves that we will get to where we are going. Please always remember to help us share our videos, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, do everything that people do when they come to a channel so that to continue to give us visibility. From all of us here in the Toronto studios of Worship Media, on behalf of Dr. Erica, I want to tell you guys I love you and please stay safe. Bye bye.